their introduction to you. First of all, I'd like to welcome Mr. Puja, to make a speech on the stage.
Thank you very much. Okay, hello everyone, I'm Pujan from Nepal. I'm the community builder at the Hall Prize Foundation, and I'm also the partnership leader at the Hall Prize China community. We are a global community of young people who are leading a generation to change the world. We provide students from around the world opportunity to build business, which does good for humanity, does good for the world, and is still generating profit. Hall Prize is named as the Nobel Prize for the students, as our anchor activity is $1 million global startup prize to take action to build a better world. We work with the United Nations to tackle the global challenges. As our top 5 ideas were featured in Time magazine, along with Bill Clinton, former President of the United States, is our longtime supporting alumni. And as of 2018, we're featured at the most innovative companies by Fast Company. At the Hall Prize, we bring innovative ideas from around the world through our on-campus program, regional summits, and accelerator program. We provide trainings, mentorship, demo days, different events, networking, community meetups. As for now, we have reached more than 3,000 universities and colleges globally. We host over 100 impact summits around the world, that as you can see. And we have over 2 million alumni in our network. And our alumni and current committee has been featured in Forbes 30 under 30. These are some of the startups that are featured Forbes 30 under 30. As originally, I'm from Nepal, and I'm living in Hangzhou for past 3 years. And I'm working for a startup ecosystem for a while, and as well, we are expanding Hall Prize in China. We found that Hangzhou is one of the best places to land your startup. As Hangzhou government has different resources, opportunities for foreign entrepreneurs and startups in China. As we're Bellier, Hangzhou is the world top 5 best cities to start for a startup in the world. So over 400 startups are headquartered in Hangzhou. As per 2020, the GDP of Hangzhou was 245 billion USD. As e-commerce, medtech, IT solution, and social e-commerce are the top verticals in Hangzhou. So Hangzhou is the best place to start your startup. So if you're looking to land a startup in China, I definitely recommend to come to Hangzhou. So feel free to connect with me from LinkedIn and WeChat. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Pooja, for your great speech. Thank you so much. Now, we will invite Nick from FXG. Welcome.
Your VR future. Who are you? You're not a normal person to be here today. This event focused on new tech, focused on new innovation, focused on cooperation between China and countries all over the world, shows a focus on the future, not on today. Who am I? 大家好，我的名字叫 Nick Mitchell.
I'm Nick Mitchell. I am a Canadian. I'm born in another country. Thank you for inviting me here.
My name is Nick Mitchell, and I was born in Kenya, and I've been in China for the past 15 years, working on doing my startup, finding my Chinese dream in this country. And what is it? What am I doing here? I'm the founder and CEO of FXG. FXG is building the first metaverse that connects VR and reality using film technology. This is a very unique and a completely different way of looking at virtual reality and reality. We say virtual reality shouldn't be an escape, but it should be an extension of reality. And how do we do it? FXG has a whole suite, from our VR cameras to our video player to our social metaverse technology. But unfortunately today I only have 10 minutes, so I can't go into detail, explain all of this. But more than just a company, we are a company based in Hangzhou. Why Hangzhou? Why would me, a Canadian, choose to do my startup and to be based in Hangzhou? What is special about China and what is special about Hangzhou? If you look at the picture behind me, you can see of the 4 top people in China, Li Keqiang Zhongli, Wang Yang, and Li Jianshu, all 3 of these people, number 2, 3, and 4, came to visit my office and to try VR. Why would they do that? Because China really cares about the long-term play. China
is really far-sighted. It's not just like focusing on the rapid growth. Currently, it wants to look further into 15 and 20 years.
Virtual reality isn't a new technology, and it's not done today. It's a long-term play. But when I see other countries, they're focused on something quick. They want to see something that's happening right now. But I see something completely different in Hangzhou and in the rest of China, but specifically Hangzhou, where they'll put so much focus on that. For me, doing this VR startup, I have a vision for the future, not today. And I come and I tell about what I think I could do in a long term. In 5 years, we can create this new metaverse that is going to change the way people interact with each other and interact with the world around them. Nobody in the government here tells me, oh, 5 years? That's too long. What can you do today? What can you bring for us right now? That's not what's important. What's important is what's happening in the future. We just saw the video before Pujan's presentation that talks about this new district, Zijiingang, what they're going to do here. That's not a short-term development. When are we going to see results from this? The amount of money and investment put in there is not going to be returned in a year or 2 years or 5 years. It's going to happen in 10 years. So for me and for my company, with this long-term future vision, this is the place that I've chosen to be. But back to discuss about VR and your VR future. To start with the future, I want to discuss the past. And VR is an old technology. You can see here on the left, this is from the 1950s when VR was invented. And on the right, this is 2013 when I got into VR. Then it was bad. I think everybody here has tried VR. 这里应该所有的人都已经体验过 VR。但是我问人对 VR 是什么？
I believe you have all tried VR, but when I ask how you feel about that, people say it's very dizzy and it's blurry.
VR, but they have bad experiences because it's been a technology that's been a long time in development. But now it's changing. 现在不是晕，现在不是不清晰。Like our company, we're doing videos up to 16K. We have new cameras that can create even fully volumetric 3-dimensional videos. This technology is developed to a new amount, which has brought new opportunities, not just for me as a VR startup, not just for me as a company who makes VR, but for all of you today. So where? How are you going to use VR? How is VR going to affect your life? How is it going to affect your business? The first thing is VR training. VR training offers a completely new way of experiencing training simulations. This image in the back is from our project we made with GE, 用通用电气. They use VR now and our VR technology to do all of their training. And this is a huge revolution in their training. They've found that the training offers an awesome experience that's really helped to improve the quality of their training. And you can see here, for each certificate, for each student, they saved 10,000 US dollars. GE has 300,000 employees. And if you can think of every class for every student of a savings this big, this is revolutionizing training for every industry. The second thing, safety training. This is a project we did with the China State Grid. 后边是我们一个项目跟国界电网 to do this kind of safety training to put people through these dangerous, high danger experiences, like you can see here, climbing to the top of a 50-meter building. That is impossible to do a training simulation in an office. And it's impossible to do on-the-job safety training by just pulling someone up there. But through VR simulations and through using our VR technology, now China State Grid has been able to completely revolutionize their safety training experience. How about healthcare? And another important part is live streaming. This is a project that we did with China Mobile. And this project, what happens is the doctor, before a patient arrives in the hospital, is able to meet the patient and do the first checkup. So inside of the ambulance, we have our VR camera set up, and the doctor, through 5G live streaming, is able to connect to the ambulance, see the patient, talk to them, and do the first checkup. So when you arrive at the hospital in the emergency, the doctor has already met you, they've already seen you, and they're ready to get started right away. This is going to be huge. And that minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes that a doctor can save before you arrive at the hospital will be saving lives. Virtual meetings. Today, it's very lucky that I can be here because I've been in China through this entire past 2 years. But unfortunately, a lot of people here are on Zoom. I know that everybody joining us on Zoom, and I didn't greet you, very happy to have more people here, but I would love if you were here face to face. And unfortunately, you're able to be here, but I'm not able to see you. You're there on Zoom, you're looking at me, I'm just on a screen, but VR changes that. Through the metaverse technology, you're actually able to be face to virtual face inside of VR. This in the background, you can see a project that we did for a Hangzhou Communist Party. 这是一个项目跟杭州的党建咱们公司做的. And you can see here, each of these is a real person. 这个关于红船. And it's about a very important kind of part of communist history, focusing on this boat where a lot of the Communist Party began. And so instead of having images or a Zoom call to showcase, this was last year during the epidemic, they still wanted to be able to meet and interact. So they used VR metaverse technology, and we were able to help them create this. So they all met together, all of the different people, they put on a VR headset and they walked around the exhibition hall. They were able to see the boat, they were able to read the stories, and they were able to chat to each other face to face. This is going to change business and industries as we know it. Another thing that VR is used for, and that will continue to be used for, is for promotion and for sales tools. This is a big project we did for a Chinese automobile maker. And they had a challenge where they had done huge investments to completely change their factories, to bring in all sorts of new technology, and nobody knew about it. They were bringing all of their important clients to their factory. But using VR technology, we were able to capture the factory, put it on a headset, and their sales staff could take the entire factory with them. And in a sales call, put a headset on somebody and teleport them into the factory. That's a huge difference from what they were doing before. And something else that I think personally is so important and that I really care about is feiyi. This safeguarding and protecting cultural heritage. In the background, this is about a traditional Chinese culture of paper cutting, 剪纸. This is super important in traditional history. It's a thousands of year old technology, and it's a deep culture of China. But these kinds of things will potentially be lost to the future. This old man beside me, he was the master in this city. And he doesn't have a pupil, a full-time pupil. He is the last great master in that area. And when he's gone, so much of his knowledge, so much of this culture, so much of his ability is going to be gone with him. So VR is a way that you can capture that. You can capture this man, you can capture his art, you can capture this culture, and you can safeguard it for the future. But that's just a tiny bit of the opportunity and the crazy changes that VR is going to bring to you in the future. So I would love to talk more, and I hope to have a chance. You can find me by my email and by my WeChat. 这个就是一个非常小的一个分享，说 VR 在影响。
This is actually a very small, tiny part of the VR applications. But actually, I cannot have enough time for more further case study. I actually present my WeChat and email on the slide and for further exchange with each other. Thank you very much. Thank you, Nick, for your wonderful presentation. Next, what we are going to have is the foreign representatives to say hi and introduction to all of you. And please switch your focus to the slides. First of all, friends from Ukraine. Due to the original schedule, Mr. Roman was not able to come online. So we switched the schedule to have the senior manager to speak some message to us. Welcome.
Hello. Due to the busy agenda, Mr. Roman Grigoryshin is not able to take part in the forum. My name is Ina Bajinar, and I am the Deputy Director of the Department of Investment and Foreign Economic Activity, International Cooperation and Tourism of the Odessa Region State Administration. Thank you for the opportunity to take part in this forum. We prepared materials on the cooperation between the Odessa region and the People's Republic of China. I will present them a little bit later in the framework of the forum. I wish all of us fruitful cooperation today. Thank you.
好的，谢谢。那接下来我们来。
Thank you very much. Next one.
Hi everyone. My name is Ina Zvezdu, and I am the Deputy Director of Regional Development Agency of Odessa region. I would like to say sorry about letting Mr. Andrew Shestakov, our director. He's in a traffic jam. And I would like to say several words about our agency to present our activities. So Regional Development Agency of Odessa region is a non-profit making institution, the founders of which are the Odessa Regional Council and the Odessa Regional State Administration. The agency is a key element of the system of institutional support for the implementation of the new state policy. We ensure the optimal combination of state, regional and local initiatives with the interests of the private sector within the region. We've got different aims, but I would like to tell about the main of them. So we promote the implementation of regional development strategy, regional development programs and projects, increase investment attractiveness of the region, attract investment and credit resources, international technical assistance for regional development, promote competitiveness of producers in foreign markets, business support, tourism development. And our structure includes 9 offices or 9 development directions. We've got tourism office, expert support office, support and coordination of territorial communities, office, business support, investment office, grant office, digitization office, strategy of Danube Region Office and Regional Office of European Integration. Development priority areas are different, and I would like to tell several words about the main of them. Agriculture, processing and storage of grain, gardening, forestry, etc. Energy efficiency, solar and wind generation. Industry, various factory and manufacturing directions, furniture production, light industry, etc. Technology parks, trucking companies, etc. Extraction of natural minerals, clay, sand, granite, shell rock, etc. Today, the agency makes every effort for the economic development of Odessa region. We aim to effectively use the economic potential of the region in order to create new enterprises. Odessa region is called the Sea Gate of Ukraine because there are 7 largest sea trade ports of the country in the region, which are an integral part of the logistics complex of the state. These words do not just mean a winning geographical position. This is an assessment of the role that the region plays for the whole country. The agency sincerely supports and cooperates with companies that consider themselves to be socially responsible business. Based on the above, we invite you to cooperate. If you are interested, you will be provided with the necessary assistance, support, and comprehensive advice in the implementation of projects. We are ready to do our best to promote and provide full support within the competence and in accordance with the legislation of Ukraine on projects appropriate for the Odessa region. And we would like to thank David Chow for the work done in organizing this conference and the opportunity to present the Odessa region and the activities of the agency. We look forward to fostering such cooperation in the future. Thank you.
好的，谢谢。下面
Thank you. Now let's welcome the next speaker.
Yeah. Good afternoon. My name is Michael. I am rector of Odessa State Agrarian University. Good afternoon, dear participants. Let me to express my gratitude personally and on behalf of Odessa State Agrarian University for the opportunity to participate in this event. Let me introduce a short information about our university. Our university is the oldest in the south of Ukraine and the leading education and the scientific center. It was established in 1918. Our university represented 4 educational campuses, 3 dormitories, and 350 hectares of research agriculture lands. Our university provides education in the following areas. Its agronomy field of study include 4 directions: agronomy, horticulture and viticulture, floristics and garden art, plant protection and quarantine. Next direction, it's engineering field of study, which include geodesy and land management and agroengineering. Next direct, it's animal field of study, which include veterinarian medicine and technology of production and processing of livestock products. Next faculty is economy, which include 3 directions. It's economist, accounting and taxation, and management. And 1 year ago, we opened a new direction. It's a direction that is very popular and actively developing its kinology. We have different research and laboratory structures in our university, but the main of them, which can be interesting for investments and are important for developing projects, which I will present later, are Satellite Land Monitoring Center, University Veterinary Clinic, Laboratory of Processing Livestock Products, and Multifunctional Laboratory. Thanks a lot for your attention. Thank you.
好的，谢谢。那
Thank you. Now let's welcome the next speaker.
So, good morning, everyone. Okay, so good morning, everyone. My name is Sierra Feng Tuhe, based in Germany. So, greeting from me to everyone. I'm the board member of EU Tech Chamber. I'm very happy to be here today. And thanks for giving me this opportunity to introduce our chamber today. First, I would like to, the EU Tech Chamber is registered in NGO and set up in 2015, which enable European companies to use their technology for benefit of European market. And being true of our world vision is technology obliges. Today, we are the largest EU Tech Chamber in Europe, and we have around 1,800 members in Europe now. So you can see that we have our 6 chapters and 6 commissions. At the same time, we also have our 16 technology council. Each of the sections, we are included 7 board members, also including 1 chair. EU Tech Chamber is a free, transparent, and independent NGO. We are offering EU Tech toolbox, including publications like our quarterly magazine, many of delegation trips to China, and more than 200 events per year, and also more than 650 sections meeting in our virtual center. So I would like to share that into the Chinese market, it is difficult, and into the international market is difficult, but go to the Chinese market is particularly difficult. Well, the companies are going to face a lot of challenges, including language and the lack of access to business networkers and connections, and cannot avoid to work also with local governments. That's why EU Tech Chamber provide a good solution to many of these problems. So our members can apply to our EU Tech Center program to reduce their costs, help the company to look for the first business opportunity in China. And we also do a lot of matchmaking, B2B platforms, and direct access to the local government to minimize the company's risk. You can see this, that this is the event which happened before the pandemic. Unfortunately, we couldn't meet each other in person now, but I hope that after the pandemic, we can visit China and visit Hangzhou with our delegations. So if you can see this picture down there, actually, so I want to mention that he is the previous governor of Tang Yijun, Mr. Tang Yijun. He used also he used also work as the governor of Zhejiang province. So that's all. And then here, what we do because of the pandemic. That's why here is we have our EU Tech Chamber's virtual center. which is called www.technology.eu. Over there, we do a lot of matching makers and also trade fairs. We just hold a great event with the Barbarian government and Zijiingang together have a trade fair, which also the president of the Zijiingang gave a very warm welcome speech. So each of the trade fair, we're going to have around 200 companies happening into this virtual center, have their booths, and also with their potential customers can visit there. They have meetings, everything over there. So here is our vision of the EU Tech Center worldwide. What the chamber would like to build and for the members. At the same time, it's already first one of the China center already ready. So far, we are choosing 30 companies to pay them to the Chinese expansion and hope them they could be successfully expanded in China. Last but not least, you can follow us by LinkedIn, EU Tech Chamber, which is very easy to Google, and hope you can know each other through the virtual world. And now I give my most thanks for your time. At the same time, I hope we could have a great cooperation in the future. Thank you.
好的，谢谢，非常感谢来自于
Thank you, the speaker from Swiss. Now let's welcome the next speaker.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I wish to introduce you our research and production enterprise by the name Biosynthesis. Our company was founded in 1999 in Odessa, and the company has a long and good experience in the area of scientific as well as commercial activities and production of biological active substances. Now we made choice for us as main direction is cognitive networking development programs and development work for cognitive networking. We are made before development of the first membrane for gas separation system. We are made development and implemented implementation of plant growth regulators of organic matter destructors for agrarian technologies. Also, we have started research mathematical modeling of heat mass exchange process. The company deals problems of consequences, architecture of cognitive system and cognitive networks. I wish to explain for our history. Many innovative technologies were born with the participation of our specialists. For example, is production of vitamin and amino acid complexes together with academic service of institute for problems of ecology and evolution. Now we are very close work with Ukrainian and Russian universities. We are implemented membrane nitrogen generators together with the Southern Scientific Research Institute of the Marine Fleet. We have developed design models of metabolic processes in dispersed media and the boundary zones of closed dynamic system. Automatization systems have been developed to control parameters of regime cargo storage. Also, the company has great experience in investment and implementation of new technologies and commercial activities. We have developed design models of metabolic process in dispersed media and in the boundary zones of closed dynamic system. Automation system has been developed to control parameters of regime cargo storage. Also, the company has agreed with the help of agro-technical and commercial consulting of our company, the first rapeseed sheep from Ukraine was grown and exported to the company to the company Markische Kraftwerken GmbH, HBBH, Germany. We are working very closely with investments in the area of investments of Italian fund Semest Group for financing of low humus and acid areas in Ukraine. Our company is engaged in modeling of process of heat and mass transfer in volumes of dispersed environment, modeling of control processes of not closed unsteady systems. We are among of the first in Ukraine who began to deal with the development of decision-making algorithms in the mathematical modeling based on cognitive processes and neural networks. We have developed programs and equipment for automated temperature and humidity control during storage of hygroscopic cargoes, programs for optimization of logistic processes, programs for control of and optimization of decision making, and much more. We are developing programs and for automated temperature for food products, programs for optimization of logistic process. Now the company, we are cooperate with the largest network in Ukraine, insurance company Aranta. It's approximately 450 offices in Ukraine to promote innovative developments. For the transfer of accumulated experience, we have organized technology center with the involvement of a wide range of universities and companies, foreign research centers and funds. Now we have new ambition plan for the organization of base for introduction of our development. Our team takes part in the program of creation of logistic and industrial park in Odessa region, Teplodar. That very excellent territory is because we have that territory have advantages for all, and for implementation Chinese work we invite you in that territory. That territory nearest port of Ilichevsk, port Yuzhny, port Odessa is logistic very excellent. Distance to international airport 33 kilometers. Distance to Odessa 23 kilometers. It's nearest international board and near highway, international highway Odessa Rini. We are planning implement in that industrial plan in that industrial park long-term storage and processing of vegetables and fruit, implementation of new progressive system for a long time, fresh keeping of the fruits, berries and vegetables. We invite Chinese part to is possible to the implementation of these territories and new innovative technologies. Today we are developing modern biological active substances, telemedicine, which we may provide for joint development on the Teplodar territory and implementation both in China and the promotion of Chinese advantages technology in our territory. In parallel, a project is planned to build greenhouses complexes with modern technologies. It's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And let's continue. Our next speaker, warmly welcome.
European Arts and Science Association. Our main objective is to increase mutual understanding between China and Europe, public and private sectors. We work with projects that require cross-cultural funding. EASA is focusing on art, science, and technology. all of these sectors require cross-cooperation to achieve better results. Zijiingang has shown a very scientific and at the same time very innovative approach in how projects are selected. So we hope this time the 7 projects that we present from the sectors of natural science and computer science will get great results, and that will bring us to more projects that could be presented, and we will come up with solutions that are beneficial not only for us, but also for future generations to come. Thank you.
好的，谢谢。
Thank you very much. And then let's continue for the next speaker. Warmly welcome.
Hi everyone, I'm Alberto. I'm the actual president of JAN and president of AGPC. So about JAN, we are the European Young Entrepreneurs Organization since 1994. We are the biggest organization in Europe together and related with young entrepreneurs. We represent more than 20 countries at this moment and more than 1.5 million young entrepreneurs. About AGPC, we are the Young Entrepreneur Association Portugal China. We started this association also since 2012, and we organized many events, more than 200 events since then with China. I would like also to say that under our associations, we are working on linking and making the bridge between China and Europe and trying to bring the biggest opportunities that we can on the way that we started launching several pilot projects and starting organizing many exhibitions. So during the last years, we organized many exhibitions in Macau, Hong Kong, Shenzhen, Chongqing, Beijing, and Guangzhou. At the same time, we are related with our thematic year on international science and technology innovation. I would like also to share that we launched some events and projects. One of the events that is the most coolative events that we did was the business rail. That is a trip that we do on a train. Right now we are doing the business rail in Europe and we are doing the business rail in China. And the businessmen go on a train and we go from city by city and we are promoting business and sharing ideas during the trip. Is mostly is interrail for businessmen. And at each city we stay and we have also some events that we organize. At the same time, we launched and we are starting working in a few projects that I will mention now. One of them is we want to create the largest massive online website that we call it Sharing Ideas. And we are doing that also related with some Young Entrepreneurs Association in China. One of our partners there is the Shenzhen Overseas Return Association, the Chinese Return Association. We also launched this year 1 million startups program. So by 2024, we want to reach 1 million new companies. We started also a very strong project that was a pilot project during the beginning of the pandemic that we call it We the Small Producers. So that was a way to support the small agricultures, the very small producers from the countryside, to bring the products directly to from the village to the places where are the consumers, the big cities. And for that we create a small store, like a small shopping, online shopping. On innovation centers also, we on JAN also we are promoting now innovation centers for rural areas. So the idea is to support on marketing and also technologies on the countryside. And we are with a very interesting project also that is the European Entrepreneurship Card. That is a card that will allow the businessmen for Europe to travel around, to get miles on the hotels, to get miles on the airlines companies, and mostly to show and try to connect with other ones, other businessmen. The idea of our association is to support the networking and the empowering of the young entrepreneurs. And for that, I would say that please count on JAN, count on the AGPC for your networking. Anything that you need from our side will be a pleasure to work together. We are here to make partnerships because we believe that the world will be much more safe and also much more with much more potential if everyone works together and if we sharing these all ideas. My special thanks also for David Shaw. Thank you.
Hi everyone.
好的，谢谢。
Thank you very much. Now let's continue to welcome our next speaker. Warmly welcome.
Thank you, everyone. Hello, I'm Simona Terminska, the Vice President of June in charge for technology and digitalization. First of all, I would like to thank David for organizing this conference and inviting us. Alberto, our president, already mentioned most of the projects that we are doing and that we are engaged with, but I would like to mention that it's also the area of digitalization that we are covering is open for communication and for building partnerships with organizations not only from Europe but also outside of Europe, especially China, because we have heard how much of investments and how much of interest do you have in investing into startups, and therefore I would like to invite you to get in touch with us also outside of this conference to see how we can cooperate and how we can support you. For more information that are related to June, you can also visit our webpage, juneeurope.organization.org, so that you can see how to get in touch with us and what are other projects that we are doing. Our next big event will be in Slovenia in August, and we will be talking about digitalization strategies, because as the umbrella organization that is connecting entrepreneurs across Europe, it is in our interest and intention to bring the best practices on the market. And therefore, we are very open to exchange of partnerships and change of experiences, and would also like to cooperate with China and establish long-term partnerships with some organizations for projects and for any know-how exchange, or maybe even potential actual exchange once the pandemic is over. It's my pleasure to be here today. Thank you, everyone, and I wish all of us a very nice rest of the day.
好的，谢谢。
Thank you. Next, let's continue to have our next speaker. Warmly welcome.
Hello, thank you. I would like to greet all the organizers, hosts, and all included parties on behalf of the Regional Center of Excellence for Robotic Technology. So I'm Filip Šuligoj, also presenting instead of Professor Bojan Jerbić. We are a scientific group under the University of Zagreb in our country of Croatia, and our main focus is on developing technologies in the field of robotics. So to better illustrate this, I will also share a presentation just to give an introduction of our institution and our group, and also later on we'll have a bit more detailed presentation on our research activities. So basically, we are a part, as a Regional Center of Excellence for Robotic Technology, we are a part of University of Zagreb, and that's the oldest and the largest Southeastern European university, founded in 1669. We are the biggest scientific institution in Croatia with many faculties, and the faculty in which we come from and which we are tied to is Faculty of Mechanical Engineering and Naval Architecture, where we are right now situated at 740 square meters, newly decorated and equipped with high-tech equipment, where we develop three laboratories, laboratory for medical robotics, autonomous systems, and artificial intelligence. Our team at this moment includes 2 full professors, 3 postdocs, one of which I'm also a part of, 5 PhD students, and 6 researchers, and many more young students that are becoming engineers, masters of engineer as well. So we focus on scientific projects and also industrial projects. So in that sense, our current participation in different projects is at the amount of 15 million euros. And of course, all of our applications you can see as a part of our newly equipped laboratories, where we deal with everything from engineering and design of different parts up to robot programming implementations with artificial intelligence. And something that we are especially proud of, our medical robotics group, where we have developed a neurosurgical robot system that is now performing clinical surgeries and will soon be a part of a startup. So we have done more than 40 human operations, all successful. And that is something that I will also present in a bit more detail in a later presentation. So thank you for your attention, and I'm looking forward to this conference and seeing other presentations as well.
Thank you very much. Next, let's continue to welcome our next speaker.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Grace Wang, Business Development Manager from Polish Investment and Trade Agency China Representative Office. It's my great honor to take part in the forum on behalf of our Chief Representative, Dr. Andrzej Jukniewicz, who is on business trip and can't make it here. Poland is located in the heart of Europe, which makes it a perfect investment location for companies wishing to export products both to the east and to the west. Investors can benefit from a strong economic relationship with the Eurozone as part of the EU's common market. Key industries in Poland, including automotive and electromobility, aerospace, electronics and white goods, research and development, food processing, etc. Among that, IT industry remains the fast developing and highly recognized in Poland. The Polish Investment and Trade Agency supports both the foreign expansion of Polish business and the inflow of FDI into Poland. We also aim to boost Polish exports. Supporting entrepreneurs, the agency assists in overcoming administrative and legal procedures related to specific projects, as well as helps to develop legal solutions, find a suitable location, reliable partners, and suppliers. We look forward to cooperate with you in the future. Thank you.
好的，谢谢，非常感谢来自波兰的代表发言。
Thank you. Thank you for your speech, the representative from Poland. Now let's welcome the next speaker, also the last speaker.
I'm from University of Bradford. In the next few minutes, I would like to introduce you about our Open Innovation Program. Firstly, thanks to the Hangzhou government to invite me and give me opportunity to share our experience here. I'm going to speak in Chinese for the benefit of majority audience in locally. So I apologize to my international colleague here. Hopefully, with excellent translation here, you won't be disadvantaged. Let me share my screen. Hopefully, you can see my screen.
And hello, my name is Shaoqun. I'm from Bradford University. I'm from Britain, and I'm responsible for the Open Innovation Platform project. This university is time-honored and established in 1832. In the last century, 1960s, Bradford University became a technical and comprehensive university. The first president was the Prime Minister of Britain at the time, Harvard Burson. And the concept for the university is to focus on implementation while also commercialize our research and to cultivate our talent. So you can see we have a rich soil for innovation and implementation. We also established a lot of entrepreneurs and startups from our university. Many of our researchers established their own companies in 2001. One of the companies in our university built a company for for a new kind of drug. And the first round of investment exceeded about 20 billion USD, and it was quite surprise to us. It's really record breaking. And I also established a company responsible for the crystallization of different kinds of medicines. And it's also a technical innovation. And this company won a lot of awards. And our project is actually a platform-based project as a Sino-British platform. You can see this platform derived from 2009. It was founded by an international council for medicine, and we won the prize. Number one, the first prize among the competition held by this international council. So we got the fund from the council. During all these years, we focused not only on technological innovation, but also on the pattern for innovation. Maybe you know enough about Britain. Britain is ranked among the top in terms of life science. It's a rather small country, but it has 80 Nobel winners in the field of life science. 25% of drugs globally are from Britain. So I do not want to elaborate on statistics. You can check it out. You can check yourself, and you can see that UK life science strength is actually scattered around different parts of the UK. So if you are interested, you can go to UK and pay attention to different parts of the UK for your specific projects. Do not just focus on the south part of China. And our platform is composed of 4 parts. First is technological innovation and cooperation, and the second part is the migration projects for innovative entrepreneurs, and the third is science and scientific and research strategic cooperation. We want to be the bridge between universities of China and Britain. And also the fourth part is UNESCO, the capital film, and that's the fourth part of our regular work. So simply put it here, our platform project from 2000 to 2001, we started the project, and we work with economic development zones of some cities, and we also work with companies and institutions in China in order to form a pattern of an open and innovation project. We do not just want to build road shows and to implant our technologies to China. We actually explored new ways of innovation. We are a platform, so we have been working with different companies which support the technological innovation and the technological advancement of SMEs. So in Europe and in the UK, most of the innovations technology-wise are from SME, and we also bring the SMEs in the UK to China. We want to bridge them together with Chinese companies and Chinese investors and founders. We have brought about 100 UK projects to take roots in China. And I want to say a few words about enterprise and entrepreneur program. We were very successful in terms of technological innovation. So we got support from the International Innovation Ministry and also the Culture and Technology Ministry of the US. And the ministry wanted us to have more cooperation with Chinese universities. So at the time, we work with Tsinghua University in terms of this enterprise and entrepreneur program. We explored different ways to help Sino-British companies to work together, and we put it like copy to the cooperation among students. And in 2008, we become the third authoritative company to bridge Chinese and British companies and students. So we are kind of backed by the UK Ministry of Immigration. And one way of immigration is innovative immigration of entrepreneurs. They do not need to invest in the UK as long as you have innovative projects and products or technology. You can immigrate to the UK, and the governments and countries need to rely on professional institutions to evaluate those technologies. And we're one of the institutions to evaluate. And Bradford University is the first university to get UK entrepreneur visa support in terms of startup visa, innovator visa, and settlement. One of the experts talk about VR technology. And in our enterprise entrepreneur program, we have one VR company, and that company is from China. And we will provide a series of support to help Chinese companies to settle in UK successfully. And this is the specifics of our program. The Sino-British Corporation and university corporations, and that part is for enterprise entrepreneur program, immigration policy program. And Bradford University is the first it is the first city of film recognized by UNESCO. And UNESCO Creative City also has an office in our university. And we also successfully got the name of City Film. So this is our project. One is innovation in health, life and science, and another is our enterprise migration program, and the third is the Bradford, the city of film project. I really want to work with you. I want to work with Chinese government. I also want to work with all the friends online from other countries. If you're interested, you can follow me on my WeChat, and we can have a follow-up discussion later. Thank you. Thank you all for your sharing and introduction. Next, we will have our signing ceremony with you as witnesses. First of all, let's welcome Mr. Ma Dingzhong from Zijiingang City Urban Management Committee. And now let's welcome Mr. Wu Rencai, the Director